All right. We're live.
What's going on?
Oh, man. Getting ready to pick a winner today for our $1,000 giveaway for it'll be with Mutation Creation, Kittinger Reptiles, Amos Reptiles, Bob Vu Reptiles, or BC's Balls and Reptilia, which I think he just dropped it to BC's Reptilia this week.
Is he going to be able to give up ball pythons?
Oh, he's selling them all, man. He's selling them all.
That's what I'm saying. So if somebody wins, could they still get something from him?
Oh, yeah. He's got a ton. I want to say he's got 200 or 300 babies for sale right now of all different price categories. And he's still got clutches on the ground, plus his females. So he will definitely have stuff to pick from, plus a lot of other species to pick from if somebody wants to get something that's not a ball python who wins. Brian, I believe, has the most on his list available that's not going to be ball pythons for somebody who's wanting to pick something up, a different species. So that'll be a good one. While we wait on a few more people to hop on here, we'll talk about a couple things we just rolled out for shed testing, some exciting new stuff since we even offered our initial rollout. And I'll pop those up here. Today, we just rolled out live the pick 3, which you've already got on your website. We can now do that through Husbandry.Pro. And I'll show users what that looks like. Everything's all blown up so y'all can see it. If you go to your order test, if anyone's looked at this today, you'll notice there's a nice new screen up here that has the pick 3 option and breaks the prices out for you. And when you scroll down here and pick an animal to do a shed test on, you go and you order your test. And if you order a second test, you get a nice little pop-up reminding you if you add one more, it'll save you that deal. And you pop that on there, add that to your order. Let's tell Charlie what we got. And you can see you've got the $84 on there. And you go through and check out. And you process your payment. And so you get 3 tests for $84. So that's a nice system. We rolled that out so everyone can get that on their animals now going forward, starting today. And then also today we rolled out the credit system. So the credits are not backwards compatible with Charlie. If you have credits on Charlie's system, they're on Charlie's system. If you have credits on Husbandry.Pro, it's on Husbandry.Pro. But you do have that available as an option now. And it'll show you how many credits you have available versus how many credits you've used. Here's our offerings for what you've got, 10 to 25, $45 a test, 26 to 99, $40 a test. And if you get 100 plus, they're down to $38 a test. And this should be in line with shedtesting.com. So made it super easy for you to order from wherever you want to order from, wherever is most convenient for you, and get your results pushed over for our Husbandry.Pro users. You'll also get a transaction here that shows you your credits. And the way our credits work is when you buy test credits for 10, you actually get, if you buy it for 10, you're going to get 20 credits. Each credit is good for a secondary test. 2 credits is good for a main test. So if you order 1 test for 1 animal, it's 2 credits. If you order 3 tests for an animal, it's going to be 4 credits. So
yeah, that's the issue that I had when I was trying to figure out a way of rolling that out, is the secondary test kind of screwed everything up. It makes it a lot more difficult to program in, but I think this is definitely going to be less confusing for people.
Yeah, we toiled with that. It was either you get double the credits that you buy, and it costs 2 for the first one, or we had to go with a 0.5 system.
Right.
And we just decided this was a little bit easier to see.
Yep.
But once you go through and order your tests, and you go to process your payment, it's going to give you an option to pay with your credits. So that'll be good. So now you can get your bulk testing for people who are going to do a lot of testing in the future. It's worth it to go ahead and buy them ahead of time and get that discount locked in. So that's always nice. Looks like we've got a handful of people watching here. Y'all ready to pick a winner? How's everybody doing today? Let's look in the chat real quick. I haven't even looked at the chat yet. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of people in here so far. Oh, Jesse was first. He's been I know he's been chomping at the bit. I saw some entries in there for you, Jesse.
I would like to say that, like how you said, there's that button for you to click to show what the genetics are. If you don't care, please do that. That definitely helps a lot. Like on, if it's a shed that I need for future testing. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You obviously do not have to, but um, if you don't mind, I don't share anything. Nobody knows anything.
Yeah,
I forget. I don't know what anybody's got. So there's nothing to worry about like that. But if you don't mind, definitely select that so we can see what it is, especially or if it's something I don't have a test for, and you don't want me to know that it's a het clown as well, then just select. Can they just select the one thing?
Yep, you can pick and select the
Yeah.
genetic you want, or it's just as simple as a select all button.
Right.
For those
So
of
if
y'all who
there's
got
for
like
some
15
reason that
prospects on
you're
there.
like you're afraid, you don't want me to know that you have some crazy new thing, but that is het for something cool, but you have a visual monsoon or something, just click on that. Just, if you don't mind. If you mind, you obviously don't have to. But
Yeah, we tried to make it super easy for everyone, so you could just flow through this as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. What is it? Tests or testing? I think it's testing. We even have the public page here. You can see we got the public page, Shed Testing, provided by shedtesting.com. For people who aren't Husbandry.Pro users, there's a few of them who watch us and stuff. You can actually just go to Husbandry.Pro, click on Shed Testing, go down here, make up an ID number that you misspell, click on whatever test you want to run, click next, fill out your billing. Oh, hey, everybody's got my address. And you're done. We'll send you an email with your results. You don't even have to sign up to be a Husbandry.Pro user, and you can do a quick test.
And they could just put in the notes, right? Like what it is if they felt like it.
Yes. We'll get an option put up there for them to pop in the actual genetics.
Oh, they're even for the people off the
notes.
Nice.
Yeah, so we give a note feature also. If you've got anything janky or weird going on, you can add a note for the lab there to see.
Yeah, that definitely helps. A lot of people do that. Like, hey, we're testing this for a Parthro clutch, or this is what we think is going on. It definitely helps, and it's interesting for me to gain some knowledge on what could be going on with genetics.
Oh yeah,
and I definitely read them, just so you know. It's not like when I see notes in any of the orders, I definitely read them, and there's been some that have been really useful. So,
and you can leave Charlie cute little notes if you've been wondering how to send Charlie cute little notes. Go
that's
ahead.
how you do it. Yeah.
Plus, like the genetics that popped up down there on my screen, like when I go to pull this up, you get a lot of people who actually use Husbandry.Pro who don't use the genetics part. They just use the descriptor for their animals. And so if you just use a descriptor, that's not going to pop up. And so if you want to, and you don't have your options here, you can just type your genetics in if you'd like.
Oh, so they won't actually put in Husbandry.Pro what the genetics are. They'll just use the descriptor as that's it.
Yeah, you get a lot of people who do that. Husbandry.Pro's got a whole lot more than one way to skin a cat. Like I use genetics, but they're over here.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of these, like, see, this one doesn't even have genetics in there. It just has a descriptor of spot nose clown. And in that descriptor field, you can type whatever you want. So you get some people who don't use that. It's always best if you use our genetics because that's what makes it work for our breeding plan, for our morph market export. All of that stuff is based off the genetics you put in there. But you get some people who don't because, like, you get people who come over from like Reptile Scan. Reptile Scan doesn't actually have a dedicated genetics field. It's just an open form field where you type in your genetics like YB instead of yellow belly. So I usually hide the genetics and I just have the descriptor up there so I can see all my abbreviations and stuff, and it doesn't take up. Like,
speaking of notes, and I see Herp and Harbin's just popped in. I've read their note on their order, and I will be getting a hold of you guys after this is over.
Woo-woo.
Maybe we could have helped you figure out what you had going on.
Yeah, all the more reason to leave notes for people. But let me go back. Sorry, let me share my screen again. I messed it all up. All right, we've got a lot of people on here, so let's go ahead and get started, and let's do what we're here to do. Let's pick our winner, and I'll give everybody a quick glance here. So I've got all of our entries in here. If they shared the post, they got a second entry. And they got an entry for every animal they ordered a test for. And we have a total of 75 entries. So you got really good odds here. And we're going to load that in our Chat GPT to pick our winner. I love this thing. If you don't use Chat GPT, you need to check it out. And we're just going to tell it to pick us a winner. Drum roll. Who do we get?
Can't see it.
Oh my goodness. Let me do it on my other screen. I did it in my business one. This is my personal account. For the record, personal Chat GPT is not as good. Sorry. Hide that real quick. There we go. Use Chat GPT 4.0. Oh, there we go.
Casey.
Our winner's Casey Goff. Casey Goff, you have won a $1,000 credit to either Mutation Creation, Kittinger Reptiles, Amos Reptiles, Bob Vu Reptiles, or BC's Balls and Reptilia.
That's awesome. Congrats.
Ooh. Yeah, huge congratulations. That's our first big giveaway for shed testing. We're
Thanks
excited
to all those guys who offered that. That's great.
Yeah, we are super excited for all of our partners all of our breeders who partnered with us. They all gave us a discount on that to help out for the competition. Huge props to them. Huge credit for everyone who participated. We love all of you. You are the ones who make all of this possible, and we just wanted to find a little way to give back to you. And we also want to thank Charlie for giving us the opportunity to partner with him to make it possible for everyone to order their tests on Husbandry.Pro. You don't even have to leave the system now. Your animals pop up and they're ready to go. You just go ahead and click on the animal and add your test right there. I'll do a quick pop-up of that while I'm plugging it a little bit. You can just click on your posets right here from the screen. Well, we don't have a test for Cinder. Click on something else. Oh, that's corn snake. That's why. Ah! If I find a posset. Oh, we don't have that monsoon test, so I can't order that one yet.
No. There you go. Is that? No.
There we go. Hypo. Yeah, so we can order our test right there from the screen. Anywhere that genetic pops up, you should be able to click on it and order it right
that's
there.
Awesome, man. That's pretty cool.
Select it all, add it to your order. It's going to take you right there. You can just go straight to your processing payment. It didn't pop in my credit card information for y'all.
Do it.
I'm sure somebody would love to see it. That's in test mode. It's 42, 42, 42, 42, 42, 42, 42. Oh, well, congratulations, everybody. Thank you for coming on with us, Charlie.
Yeah, of course.
Did you have anything that you wanted to discuss about the integration or anything before we hop off here?
No, just, if everybody just could make sure they throw those QR codes on there, that helps a lot. Just make sure there's at least something identifying the order and the name at minimum. Just sometimes I get stuff and, if you open it up and you wind up throwing out the envelope and there's nothing on the Ziploc, you're like, oh no, who is this from? So just make sure you toss something on there. I mean, the QR code definitely is the easiest thing. I got the scanner right here, just boom, scan it and your order pops up nice and easy. So that would be great. But yeah, I appreciate everybody who's throwing the orders through there. It seems like everybody likes it so far. And once it starts really ramping up, I'm sure it'll be a little bit smoother process on my end. I'm still, forgetting to press certain buttons when adding things. So if there's any questions, if you feel like you should have had results by now, and just, reach out to Husbandry.Pro. They'll get a hold of me, and I'll make sure we get it figured out. But
yeah, so whenever you pay for your test, it's going to bring you to this screen right here where you can print your receipt and your QR codes. Your QR code is going to be the last page, and it can fit up to 16 on this page. Just cut them out. This is for your standard notebook paper. For those of you who do have a thermal printer, check your emails, and your email will have a small thermal label that you can print off with your thermal label machine.
nice.
Or you can print these off on notebook paper and cut them out. You do not have to. If you check your email, you're going to have those thermal labels. Charlie would probably appreciate if you did not print that thermal label the size of a full sheet of a notebook paper and send it in there. Just the singles are
here.
Yeah, those are more for thermals. I saw somebody do that the other day. Your ones you print off on notebook paper right back here. You can cut them out, tear them out, whatever. It's got your basic info. It's that QR code that you need to make sure and send. And I know a lot of people don't like to read stuff, but whenever you're ordering a test, it's not going to let you continue until you click a little box. Got a little box down here. Yeah, and you need to read your receipt and send the QR code that's emailed to you. Each shed test requires a QR code. It must be printed and attached and sent with it. And if you have any problems with your order, send those questions to Husbandry.Pro. Use the contact feature. We have processes and procedures internally for your testing, and we can see what's going on if we're having problems with it. If something's not going right, Charlie's not going to be able to hop in Husbandry.Pro and troubleshoot the issue for you with what's going on with our system. So make sure you're shooting those issues to us, and we'll get you taken care of ASAP. We're actually, I'm personally monitoring every ticket that's coming in for this. So if you put it in a ticket or if you have a problem with that, we're going to get it taken care of. All right. Well, thank you for coming on with us, Charlie. And
thanks for having me.
Congratulations again to Casey Goff. If you could, I see the Goff Reptiles is here. If you want to reach out to Husbandry.Pro page directly, we'll get you set up and get you squared away. Otherwise, I'll reach out to you today, and we'll get you set up with one of our top breeders who competed. And thank you for everybody.
Take care.
I gotta find my thing. They moved it. Now we're leaving.